The main one that we're going to stretch here, well, we stretch all, but this is really stretching the rectus femoris, which is a large quadricep muscle which runs from the anterior superior iliac spine down the front here. So, to stretch the muscle, there's two actions which will stretch it. One is to flex the knee, two is to open the hip. So you want to use a combination and find the combination that works best for you. The quadricep is a muscle that has a lot of nerve endings in it, and it needs to be stretched slowly. So this takes quite a lot of time, and if you overstretch it, you'll just get a sensation that's very sharp, and you won't effectively release the tissue. So slow is definitely better with the quadricep. So I kind of just do what I call a stretch wave, which is I use the breath, and as I inhale, I back it off a little bit, and as I exhale, I can increase the stretch a little bit. And I find where I feel the first point of resistance is, and what I'm trying to find is a nice even stretch throughout the whole quadricep muscle versus either feeling it right at the knee or right at the hip. Generally, when you really overflex the knee, you'll feel the knee. As you overextend the hip, you might feel it right here at the attachment. So I try and kind of work into a point where I feel like I'm getting a nice even stretch and I'm using my breath nice and slow. Then when I find that point, I use what's called a P&F stretch, which is where you contract the muscle that's being stretched. So the way that I do that is I take a breath in. As I breathe in, I lightly kick out into myself, and as I breathe out, you generally find the tissue will let go. Again, just go to your own range, so it's not like you take a breath in, you kick really hard, and then you yank the leg back. It's just letting the tissue release. So stretch waves with the breath, find a nice even stretch. Inhale, little bit of a kick. Exhale, you might find it releases. The other way you can take P&F is inhale and bring the knee forward, and then exhale and then open the hip a little bit more. And just sort of stair step between bending the knee a little bit more and opening the hip until you feel the tissue gets to the maximum range, and you'll find that opens that quadricep up quite nicely. Give it a go.